Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing Make It Miniverse Nature. Today we have a koi fish pond in a box. I'm very excited. I did not get to do series 1 because I didn't really ever, I didn't pay attention to them before. I did see them, but I didn't collect them, so, you know, it's whatever. But the series 1 had like fish tanks and certain things like that, but I'm excited we get to do a koi fish. So we have a koi fish here. It looks like the plastic packaging is very cute. I love the detail. It looks like a plastic bag that you would buy at the fish store. It comes with our water, our resin here for the pond. It comes with Aquafunco pebbles. So we get some white pebbles, which is very exciting. It comes with the order form. It says date, ship to, quantity 1, description. Wooden crate pond. Freight paid. So we have this little plant here as well. I was trying to say this too. My brain thinks way too fast sometimes. Okay, let's open it up. So we have some little foliage we're going to be putting in the pond, which is so cute. I love it. It's like a little lily pad or something, you know, a little fern or something, just like you would find in a pond or so. Very cute. Okay, so the instructions say, I've never done one of these before, but before I do this, actually, I want to open the koi fish here. Let's open it. And usually what I've seen before, they come with pieces underneath them. Let's see. Open this. There's 2 different koi fishes you can get. I love orange, so I'm very excited as well. Put that to the side. Okay. And it's hard to see on camera, but this actually is pretty detailed. It has the scales. Whoops, so tiny. Okay, has black and orange. The other koi fish pond number 2 has black, orange, and white spots, and it comes in a bowl. So maybe we'll get that one, but I'm excited to have this. Let's put that down there. I like how they put it on a stand. Okay, so the picture basically says, we're probably going to use all these pebbles. Let me open it up. And I've been using this bowl here when I do the plants. So I'm going to put the pebbles in there. And you know what? You can't really fake these. Well, you can fake them, I guess. But to be honest with you, they feel like real rocks. So that's exciting. If you can hear it. Very exciting. Love it. Okay, so the instructions do say that we want to put a little bit of pebbles first. And then we're going to place our koi fish in our plant, and then we're gonna put the resin in. But I guess let's put some in first. Let's see how many we have. Okay, we still have a few left over. Shake them. I want the whole bottom covered. I'm sorry, this angle is very difficult to see. And actually, before I do that, this corner here in the picture is where they show the plant. So let me just test it. I'm gonna put the plant all the way in the bottom there. That looks actually great. There we go. It's gonna fit like that perfectly. Move the pebbles over. And you know what? We're gonna do some movie magic. I'm going to take a tiny bit of clear resin and I'm gonna glue that in place. So I'm just gonna use my big bottle of resin here. Tiniest bit. Always have a toothpick handy or a tool. And honestly, we don't need much. I'm just moving it around there. And the texture in here, it feels like wood. So you know what? It's gonna hold really well, I'm pretty sure. Okay. And since it's a corner, what I'm doing is trying to place it in a spot where, goodness, sorry, everything slides. Okay, as you see, it's closest to the wall as it can be and nothing's protruding. If I were to turn it like this, the plant would be like pushing against the wall and I don't think it would hold but it wouldn't hold as well as I'd want. So I'm gonna put it like that and we're gonna do some, movie magic with it. Place it where you want it. And this is why I recommend, if you're going to do any of these, if it's a one-time off for you, it's fine. If you're going to do this as a hobby or make YouTube videos or anything, you know, it'll be better if you get the curing light. So put it where you want. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, this is really aggravating. It's moving around. It's because hold on. I can't remember which way I wanted it. I guess I might want it that way. That looks pretty good actually. Okay, scratch what I said. A plant actually against the wall would be better. Excuse me. I'm trying to hold it as best I can. And that's why I said it's best if you're going to have a curing light, if you're going to do this more than a hobby. So cure this right in place. And that's why resin's so amazing, because this is going to stick where we put it. Give it a good cure. And this is like a great way to keep it in place. Okay, so as you see, look at that. It's not moving. Don't push it too hard because it's just a tack weld, you know. Okay, now what we're going to do is pour the rocks in. And you know what? I'm going to pour all the rocks in now. Shake them up. Look at that. That looks much better now that it's already tack welded in there. So I don't have to worry about, and look at that. And the rocks shifted right around it. Perfect. I think it's great. And we're going to put the koi fish in. Where are we going to put it? Okay. So I think move a rock or two to the back here. I'm so sorry if this is very difficult to see because it's difficult to do. I'm trying to make a little space in the middle here where the koi fish can go. I want it to be a little deep. You want it to be a little deeper under the rocks so that when you pour the resin in, all right, look, so that you can't see the koi fish at all. There you go. So I made a little space in there, and the bottom platform, they made it out of clear purposefully so that when you, I'm going to turn it that way, actually. I like it that way. When you pour the resin in, it should be completely transparent after. All right, sorry, I'm just trying to get this how I want it to make it look the best as it can. And there are going to be a lot of bubbles in here because of the resin. So what we're going to do, I'll show you some tips and tricks. Okay, I think that, I don't know why I'm having such trouble. I just don't know how I want it to look. I think it's this big pebble that's really throwing me off. Hold on, I need to move it. Move that big pebble out of the way. Turn it a little bit more. Press down. Because I want it to look like it's swimming. I just don't want it to look like it's being attacked by a rock. Alright, that looks actually pretty perfect. Okay, I'm going to pause the video real quick. I'm going to get a little bit of hot water in my container here. And then I'm going to place this in it, so that the resin is nice and warm. And once I pour it in, it should just work a little better. Alrighty, so I heated the resin up in a little bit of a warm water bath. So let's see how well it flows now. It's just a clear resin. And we're gonna wanna we're probably gonna use all of this. Let's see, pour it in, might as well just squeeze it in. And it's gonna seep in between all the things. Pour some on this side too so that it matches. We want it to be over. Oh, I was trying to avoid that. I was trying to avoid touching the leaf, but I will clean it up. All right, I think that worked quite well actually. Oh, there's even more in there. All right, that's probably good. I don't want it to be overflowing. I don't want too much in there. What we're gonna do now, you're not gonna cure it immediately. You don't want too many bubbles. Okay, you're gonna take a toothpick or any tool you have. I'm sorry, it's very hard to see, but as you can see, there's a bubble in there right near his head. I'm gonna pop it. Take your tool, pop any bubbles that you can get. And I will tell you, honestly, this is pretty smooth. It actually seeped in right behind the plant, right where it needed to. Don't see many bubbles at all. So what I'm gonna do is put this in. Actually, before I do that, I'm gonna clean up that tiny spot because I don't want it on the leaf. I was trying not to touch the leaf. Make sure you clean up what you need so that it doesn't, you make it look how you want. It's not cured yet, so we can wipe it off. Looks a tiny bit glossy. Can do a tiny bit more. And look at this. So that's why you tack weld things in place, because I wouldn't be able to do that. It would have been falling over. Okay. Honestly, this looks pretty good. There's not many bubbles coming to the surface. I'm going to put it in my light. And if you watch any of my previous videos, I've been using my low heat setting. So I feel like that cures it at an even rate, and if too much heat, I feel like it cures it too fast because resin heats up and it creates more bubbles. So I do it at a low heat setting, let it do its thing, and I will be back. And I'm going to cure this one definitely 2-3 minutes, just because there's a lot of resin in there and you do not want it to have too many bubbles and you want it to cure evenly. All right, I will see you in just a minute. All right, so I have it back. I cured it. I did cure it on low heat mode, and I should have done it in layers because I did make a mistake. If you use this much resin, it does heat up and it creates more bubbles no matter what. So as you see, I can pull this back. There is a big bubble in here, right here. But the one good thing about it is usually the bubble creates an area where the air comes out. So there's a hole right here. So I'm hoping that this is all it is. It looks like it's all hollow. I cured it for a bunch of times. There's a few bubbles under there which I can't get to, which is fine. I'm gonna pour clear resin on top here to show you guys how to fix it. So hopefully it'll seep into that gap area and cure. So I'm gonna pull this back, put a little excuse me, clear resin on top there. Get your toothpick ready. I don't know how well this is gonna work, and just keep trying to push it in to the area. It's not working that well at all. I feel like I need like a syringe or something. There's not enough. All right, I'm pouring a little more than I should. This is experimental. I'm doing it as I go. I'm just trying to keep pouring it inside this hole here, twisting. I think it is filling up. It's just taking time because the air has to get out when it lets product in. So I'm slowly injecting kind of product into that hole. I'm not sure how well this is working. I wish I had a syringe. All right, I'm gonna keep doing this off camera real quick to see how much I can get fixed, and I'll be right back. All right, so I managed to get the that pocket filled. So I ended up using, I have this like long pointy thing that I bought when I had some extra tools. I put this clear resin that I had extra on here with the cap, and I've been squeezing it basically in there. There is a bubble right there still, which is fine because it's by the plant, but I got this majority of that bubble filled. I'm going to give it a full cure again, and then I'll do a final product shot. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video.